Kuypers Publications also released issue collection book anthologies of 4 issues of magazines, and I had 3 covers, and I didn't know which the winner should be.
Yes, and
I believe 2 people in here voted for choice number 2.
Yeah.
But 1.5 to 2 times as many people picked Not a Trace, which I kind of, it kind of reminds me of Chicago with the plastic and the wires.
Okay.
The one of them, the cloud one, people liked it.
Yes.
One person was like, "That's great." It just
Why? Clouds.
And I was worried about the quality of the clouds image in the image as well. But,
gotcha.
And the other one, All Lives Matter. And some people liked it, and so one person's like, "If that's going to be it, I don't want my writing in it."
Whoa.
I'm like, okay, but these both didn't win. This one won, so this one got it. So that's how I was like, "Thanks for choosing," but this was Not a Trace.
Democracy, huh?
And yes, it kind of reminds me of Chicago. So I think I'm going to go through this backwards. Just because, why not?
Can you speak backwards?
Well, I'm just picking pieces back.
I was just joking.
Yeah. Well, not good enough. I've tried.
Not yet.
But nobody knows the difference. Although if I started trying to do it and saying that was backwards, couldn't you tell? They'd be like, really? I don't think I was, even if I wasn't. I don't know. This is a haiku called He's an Escapist. He's an escapist from his wife, kids, the business, and fled with drinking. But on a happier note, I'm going to have some poems and songs from a performance art section. This will be shorter. I'll see how many I can do. I'll just read them as I sing them. This is the first one I called There I Sit. There I sit alone, separated, isolated, away from my only love, my obsession. I pull out a fountain pen, and I see the lines, the contours of his face, defining the piercing eyes, the pointed nose, the tender lips. I sit and I stare, I feverishly draw until I capture his image. I stare, I gaze, I memorize his every detail, but he never looks back. So I will draw until my fountain pen runs dry. This is a song, but I'm going to read it. It's called Victim. Every day I face the wall. Every day I must stand tall. Every day from break of dawn. Every day I carry on. Every day I struggle with the lingering past. I've struggled. I've worked so hard to make it last. Every day I find it difficult, impossible to look at what we have and make it last. Time to time, I shed a tear. Time to time, when you are near. Time to time, I stop myself. Time to time, I'm filled with fear. I try to carry on, but it doesn't seem fair when I see your presence, but you are not there. Time to time, I find it difficult, impossible to look at how I feel and think you care. I close my eyes, I see it too. When I sleep, I dream of you. When I talk, your words come out. When I live, I just feel blue. I can see the scene, it flashes through my mind. I can't fathom feelings of another kind. When I try, I find it difficult, impossible to search for pieces that I cannot find. I had struggled with a maze. I had worked 100 days. I had tried to make it stop. I could not see through the haze. I had to accept what you had done to me. There were so many lies that I could not see. Time to time I find it difficult, impossible to look at all your chains. To look at all your chains. To look at all of your chains and still feel free.
Have you ever heard of Francis Thompson?
No.
Francis Thompson is a very famous poet who wrote an epic poem called The Hound of Heaven, and has exactly the same rhythms as that. It's about trying to avoid God in your life, running from God, running away as fast as you can. The Hound of Heaven keeps chasing after you.
Oh, wow.
Same rhythm as yours.
This wasn't about...
No, I know that. I know that.
That's not about... That's because I worked as an acquaintance rape workshop facilitator for years. That's why that poem exists. Not the same theme.
No. But the same rhythm.
Fascinating. This one is a poem, so it doesn't... Knowing me, it doesn't have rhythm. This was...
Face-centered.
This was This was written, well, it'll tell you in the pause. It's called Knew I Had to Be Ready.
Right.
Got a pair of those solar sunglasses the other day. Challenged myself to stare at the sun. And really, that's such a ridiculous concept to begin with. But wearing these glasses made me blind as a bat until I looked outside and guessed where the sun was. And then I found it. And I was awestruck. And even though I didn't create these glasses, even though I didn't create this scientific tool, I suddenly felt like I could challenge the science gods. Yeah. Try to stun me again. I dare you. For the past 18 hours, we drove 6+ hours each way to get to the focal point for the longest duration of the total eclipse of the sun. I had a filter for my camera, and I even had my solar sunglasses, so that when it was ready, and I would be, for what I was guessed would be like maybe a power show. And I may have been mistaken. It may have taken 3 times as long to watch the moon move on its way in the opposite direction over how our sun dances along the horizon. And every few seconds I would take a picture, then slide on those solar glasses so I could look up and catch that crescent moon moving across my own 2 eyes. The clouds parted and formed and moved in for a bit. I was in a panic. Wait, those evil weather gods can't make me miss my chance. But the clouds then parted and the light cloud mist then danced in front of my sun and moon, adding wisps to their show. But I knew I had to be ready. I started getting darker and the winds picked up, and I knew that when my moon and sun would be in that total eclipse, that I would last for like maybe less than 2 minutes. So then I'd have to remove the filter, change the aperture and f-stop, and try to point and click. And I think I did a pretty good job, but all I could think was when I saw this white ring around the sun's solar flares, each teasing their way out from around that moon from trying to block the sun from one of its children, all I could think is that this ring of fire and radiation was so crisp and vivid that it reminded me of how the intricacies in the human eye, when the iris colors dance around in a circle like molecules and fireworks, or petals of a flower in full bloom. Taken aback, it was so breathtaking. And then I realized that there are as many atoms in the human eye as in all constellations of the known universe. If seeing the sun's corona made me see the cornea with its intricate iris, it made me wonder if these things. That they say the eyes are windows to the soul. So is my seeing my sun at its most naked moment? Was my sun somehow trying to share with me its secrets too? I've been trying to figure this out. I've been trying to figure out my son's message, and I'll keep trying to take science on, always daring it to finally, fully reveal itself to me. The last one from the show is called Tightrope Affair, which is fun to say instead of sing, since this was music and poetry. I know all the moves. I play the game, and it gets to you. But you can't say a word. You can't move an inch because you can't break the rules. I know what to say. I know what to do. And it sets you on fire. I have to play on what you like to see what you can take. And I walk out on that tightrope to watch you move and shake. And now we're both stuck here, but here is where you quake. But you can't fall from this wire. We're walking a fine line in our tightrope affair. There's no net when you're high, so you better beware. Do you know your way down when you're making your moves and balancing in your tightrope affair? I have to play on what you like to see what you can take. And I walk out in that tightrope to watch you move and shake. But now we're both stuck here. But here is where you quake. But you can't fall from this wire. I have to play on what you like to see what you can take. So I walk out on that tightrope to watch you move and shake. But now we're both stuck here. But here is where you quake. But you can't fall from this